There was once a vision for this channel to promote independent authors and their works. To show the people here on YouTube that there's more to books than just rereading Brandon Sanderson or Stephen King for the 18th time. But now, that vision is dead. Now, the only thing I do on this channel is talk about vintage pulp fiction and review children's novels and make stupid thumbnails where I Photoshop my friends' faces on awkward places. I'm not about to make excuses for what I've done with Secret Fire books. But hopefully, this video will begin to make things right. And so, I offer unto you, my fellow travelers, another self-pub spotlight.
What the hell are you talking about? Who are you talking to?
Yep, enough of that nonsense. I went shopping on Amazon recently, bought a bunch of self-pub and independent books, and we're going to talk about it. I'm going to show each one of these off. I will read the back blurbs, and I will include the relevant links in the description below so that you guys can check out these wonderful independent authors and support their books as well. First up, we have two books from the same author. These are part of a trilogy that I actually started reading last year. That is the Dinosaur Warfare Trilogy by N.R. LaPointe. Book 2, Metalsaurus, and Book 3, Deus Vult. I love that title. That is so ridiculous. It's fantastic. The first book in the trilogy, Death Planet, not to be confused with Death World by Harry Harrison, was not only one of my favorite reads from 2024, but also one of the best self-published science fiction stories I've ever read. I had a lot of fun with that book. It's kind of like Jurassic Park mixed with Star Trek with a sort of heavy metal mentality. It's a lot of over-the-top, rule of cool action-adventure kind of stuff. And so I'm hoping that these two books will continue in that tradition. I'm sure they were. So let's read the back of Book 2, Metalsaurus. With one threat out of the way, Ambrose Weaver leads his crew in an ongoing struggle for survival. Bugmen, dinosaurs, giant vermin, and mutant beasts have threatened their very existence. Princess Xenia brings with her hope of a future on the deadly planet Typhon, but old foes are finding their own allies and continuing their hunt. War looms as the Vidarians make themselves known, and mad scientist barbarians threaten to destroy Xenia's kingdom. Can Ambrose, Rom, and the others stop them, or will Typhon become little more than a massive graveyard? And then the blurb for Book 3, Deus Vult. War hits the planet Typhon. Battle has awakened something alien that thirsts for destruction. Bugmen and rampaging robots return as the Vidarian scourge begins to sweep the kingdom of Zabek. Ambrose Weaver leads his crew in the final battle for their future and the fate of the planet. Their new friends and dinosaurs have plenty of firepower, but the Vidarians have a secret weapon. I am super excited to continue reading this trilogy. I just know it's going to be a ton of fun. I know I'm going to love it. Thank you, N.R. LaPointe, for creating this ridiculous over-the-top series. I have high hopes for it. Next, we have a book that was actually recommended by Brian from Bad Taste Books. He talked about this in a video of his a while back. This is an independent horror novel, Headhunters, by Louis Paredes. Paredes? I'm sorry, I don't know how to pronounce people's names.
I'm not a smart man.
I am digging this cover. We got these two terrified yet determined looking children with this huge, monstrous praying mantis looming over them. Looks like it's got like a part of a human face poking through its mandibles there. That is super freaky. I love it. We also have a little praying mantis on the spine of the book there. That's awesome. Let's check out what it says on the back. The Thief of Always meets eight-legged freaks in this suburban horror thriller about a young boy's battle against ancient insectoid demons targeting his friends and family. Edgar Toombs' summer vacation is cut short by a supernatural home invader, a 10-foot-tall praying mantis. The ferocious beast, an ancient Mesopotamian demon, is after Edgar's grandfather, a housebound ghost with no body. After escaping the creature's claws, Edgar realizes that the gigantic mantis will never stop. Luckily, the demon's entry into our world sparks a mystic transformation within Edgar, giving him a fighting chance. Boosting Edgar's odds are the addition of his best friend, Clara Diaz, her quirky aunt, Ginny, and the enigmatic professor, Sol Balaam, who all bring their own special gifts to the fight. But hope fades when an even more powerful demon joins the hunt for Edgar's grandfather. Now Edgar must travel to the underworld to seek help from a banished race of creatures hungry for revenge against the mantid overlords. Time isn't on Edgar's side as the cunning demons close in for a final showdown that threatens his friends and family. Will their combined efforts be enough to save Edgar's beloved grandfather, or will everyone lose their heads? That sounds absolutely wild. Yeah, I need to read more horror, so hopefully this will be right up my alley. This next book was written by a YouTuber who is very near and dear to my heart, and I'm assuming very near and dear to yours as well, and that is Dark Matter, Tales from the Darker Side of Science Fiction by John Chapman. And if you don't know the writer by the name John Chapman, perhaps you'll know him by his other moniker, Uncle Jimmy from News from the Gelding.
Would a mortal man be able to do this? That is real magic, my loves.
This is a collection of 6 science fiction horror stories by our good friend Jim. And as you can see from this bookmark, I'm actually more than halfway through the book. I've been dipping in and out of it over the past few days. And these stories are really gnarly. I know I keep using that word to the point where it has probably lost all meaning, but that's the only way I know how to describe these stories. They are gnarly. They are dark and twisted and oddly poignant because they are science fiction stories. They concern futuristic or maybe not so futuristic technology and concepts that Jim was clearly very curious about and very concerned about, and maybe we should be concerned about as well. The blurb on the back lists the individual stories as well as a short synopsis of them, so I'll read each of those. Last Man. It had waited countless millennia for Commander Eric Wilson to climb into its crater. Together they would accomplish great things. Apartment. A housewife living in a luxury apartment of the far future becomes obsessed with the artificial intelligence running her home. Testament. In the summer of 1986, the world as Dr. James Williams knew it ended. The apocalypse had come without warning, taking everything he held dear, but worse still, only he had survived. Wonderworld. When 3 teenagers discover a portal to another world, they embark on an adventure beyond their wildest dreams. But as their curiosity carries them ever deeper, a hefty price must be paid. The Fairfield Seekers. Following a life-changing encounter with an alien craft, Adam receives a mysterious invitation to join a bizarre group of UFOologists. And lastly, the Children of TRAPPIST-5. The last enclave of humanity struggles for survival on a remote alien world. For decades, they have been unable to conceive children, and then one day, a child emerges from the wilderness. If you've not already, please check out News from the Gelding, give Jim a subscription, he deserves it, and check out his book, because like I said, it is well worth a read. And lastly, we have another short collection of horror stories. We have The Eye of the Mountain and Other Stories by Bradford Ellington, also known as Dread Pirate Books. If you didn't know, Dread Pirate Books is a relatively new channel. He just started up not that long ago. He doesn't even have that many videos on his channel yet, but it's a very cool channel. He has these very short, very well-worded reviews of genre fiction, both classic and a little more obscure. And he has some really interesting takes. And so yeah, this is, like I said, a collection of horror stories written by Mr. Ellington. We have his handsome mug on the back there. Here are 5 stories to chill your bones and stick in the corners of your eyes long after you put the book down. From the cosmic to the deeply close and personal, all manner of fell dangers lurk in these pages once removed from reality. Here you will meet gods, impostors, the sincere, and the macabre. O reader, I hope you enjoy a shiver. How little our circumstances need to change for the fantastic and terrifying to become reality. Just what might be possible beneath the eye of the mountain. That sounds pretty sweet, I'm not going to lie. Once I finish Jim's collection, I might dip into Eye of the Mountain because, like I said, I need to read more horror stories. And I want to support my fellow indie pub authors at the same time. And also check out Dread Pirate Books. Like I said, he's got a really fun channel, and I wish nothing but the best for him. But that's all for now, guys. As I mentioned at the beginning of the video, make sure to check the description to find links to the Amazon pages for each and every one of these books so you can check them out and support your indie authors. I'll also leave links there for my own books as well. Until next time, guys, as always, farewell and keep reading.
make me happy.